There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully your day is going well. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. All right. Before we get started, I want to thank Isaiah for bringing a problem with the quiz to my attention. So everybody got a better score. And I want to show you why. There were two questions that they marked wrong, and most of you answered it correctly. So I went in and gave you an additional point for that. Give me 1 second to pull those two questions up. All right. Okay, there's one. Another one. Okay, so let me share while we're waiting. I think there's still 3 people missing. All right, there it is. All right, here's one of them. All right, so I went in and fixed the grade on this question. It said, which of the following is not a monomer? And everybody said protein, and that's the right answer. A nucleotide is a monomer, monosaccharide is a monomer, and an amino acid is a monomer. So it may say wrong answer on yours, but I did go in and add a point on that question for you. So if you go back in and look at it, it'll say 1 point, even though it might still say wrong, but because that's all I could do with that. So it did increase your score by 1 point on that question. And then it's going to stop sharing, isn't it? Oh, that's the question I wanted. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it made the other question disappear. Okay, let me pull this one up. So that was the first question. And now I can't get this question to come back up. Question 2. It wasn't question 2, but it was the second one that I noticed that it was wrong. All right, and as soon as it comes up, I can share it with you. All right, so the other question, and my Zoom just disappeared on me. The other question was a little trickier, but again, most of you answered it correctly and it marked it wrong. All right, so the question is saying which of the following may be a way that an enzyme can be denatured? And the correct answer is neither optimal temperature nor normal pH. To denature an enzyme, or which is a protein, you have to take it beyond its optimal temperature or below its optimal temperature or beyond its normal pH. So this one, you don't want optimal. So the first one was wrong, both optimal and normal pH, because it's not going to do anything to the protein. Again, said that all they did with the other two is to separate them, and so that makes them wrong as well. Okay, so the correct answer was the one they marked wrong, so I gave everybody a point for that. So some of you will note that you have a slightly better score than you had before. Some of you actually got 100 because of it. So Um, kudos to you on that one. All right, now that I think everybody's here, we're going to, so again, Julian, thank you for that. I did fix it for everybody. All right, everybody else needs to be on camera. On camera, got about 3 people who are not. All right, so we are gonna do review today. There were some people who were at the lot activity today on the field trip, so we're not testing today, but we are going to test next time you come to class, which is tomorrow. There'll be a matching quiz, so you need to make sure that you study your function, your organelles and their function. Okay, the organelle and their function. And so what we're going to do today, since that is just a word test as far as what the organelle does, is we're going to do a picture test today. So I'm going to give you 2 links to a Nearpod so that you can do a matching activity. Oh, okay. I recognize that I had used this one already. So in the chat, all right, so this one is one of them, and then this is the second one. All right, so there are 2 different ones, and I'm going to show you the first one, but I'm going to go in as teacher on it because I don't want to log in. So I'm going to launch a live one, but this is not, so don't pay no attention to the code that you're going to see because that's not the code that you're going to use. Okay. So I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes to show you what you have to do. So, and you can use your worksheet to help you with this. And so this shouldn't take long at all. All right, so you want to drag the parts of the cell. And then you do have to do this. This is going to be graded. So this deals with the picture. You're not going to have any pictures on the quiz, excuse me, on the quiz tomorrow. So, for example, I want mitochondria to be there because that is the mitochondria. So I'm going to drag that picture over there. And then once you have finished dragging everything to where you feel it should be, then you can submit it. Okay, and it will give you a score. All right, and I feel like it's not going to stay in place. Let me put one in the wrong place just to see. All right, it'll stay. All right, but it'll also let you know whether you labeled it correctly. But you shouldn't label it correctly because you already have a worksheet that you have all the right answers on. So you want to, this is practice. Go ahead and do this one. And then the other one is the plant cell. So I'm going to close this one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. All right, hold on. I meant to switch, not close out a Nearpod. So the other one is just the plant cell. And the difference with the animal cell and plant cell is that the plant cell has 3 parts that are different. Other than that, functionally, all the other parts do the same thing. Okay, so as far as function is concerned, you only have to remember for the plant cell, the function of the 3 new parts. Okay, but the plant cell activity is exactly the same as the animal cell, one where you have a cell and you have to drag the parts into place. Okay, hold on. You do need to answer all the questions there. Where is it? Why is it not going? Okay, I want the plant one. Ready to go. All right, so that's the first one that you have. Why won't it bring me back to the one I had? Hold on, I know a better way to do this is to just copy this. Oh no, that will take me to the student version. I don't want to do that. But anyway, you get the, it's not there, it is. Goodness, didn't want to behave today. But the plant cell is just like the animal cell when I just showed you, where you're going to drag the words in that match. And here again, you can use your worksheet to help you with that as well. Okay. Now, notice this one has a mitochondria and it has a chloroplast. So one of the things that makes plant cells different is, and don't get them confused, chloroplasts are green. Mitochondria are usually depicted as red because of their energy. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with this one as well. All right, save it when you're done, and there'll be a score for both of those. So this is review. This is review. So if you haven't done your worksheets, make sure you do those two, but do this first and then turn in your worksheets as soon as you finish those. And then study them. Again, the test tomorrow is just matching vocabulary. So you'll have the word, all these words, and you'll have their function, and you have to match the function with the word. All right. Any questions? Any questions? All right. I'm going to stop talking because it's a short class and let you get to it. All right. And for some reason, um, they have put the transport question, which was from last, but you shouldn't. Am I in the right class? Okay. I took that out as well. All right, and also a reminder that if you are not where you should be, I will be making phone calls this week. So please turn in all assignments, or at least let me know that you're about to turn it in. So when I talk to mama or daddy, I can tell, well, they told me they were going to turn it in. But there's some grades in this class that make you cry. So y'all need to address these, please. Okay, thank you. Yes, half of you, exactly half of you have not turned in the interactive cell models, and you need those in order to do today's activity. So please make sure that you turn those in. Mhm. Okay. Three people that I need to see are not here. Jayla, am I supposed to see it in? Because right now I see nothing. Okay. I see that you're logging in. So Jayla, hit join session and see what happens. Okay. How did you kick you out? Oh, there it is. Okay, you're good. So that one is the animal cell. So start with that. All right, but you're in. All right, so I am looking at Go Guardian, and I see three people doing the Nearpod.
I finished both the Nearpods. What am I supposed to do now?
You finished both of them just that quick?
Yeah, when you were explaining the first one, I was doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, study because you also don't owe me anything at the moment. So you work on making sure that you're going to get that 100 tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for being wonderful. All righty. And I'm not sharing, right? All right. Yeah, this class is shorter. This is not going to take you long. So just to make sure that you do both of them, because class will be over in the next 15 minutes. So just make sure that you do both of those, study them. You can use this as study time or review time. And then again, make sure that you've turned in all assignments that need to be turned in. Like I said, I got a handful of you who have not turned in. Um, and in the Nearpods, I have to put the grade in for that. That's not going to show up in the grade book automatically. So that's a column I have to create, take the grade from Nearpod and place it in the grade book. So I'll do that as soon as class is out. All right. And again, I have to go in and when they all are finished and actually record the score. So I will be checking that in a few. There's no point in me checking it now because all of you have not finished. Let me go ahead and create that column. Okay, where's my righty? 1:15. So we're almost there. $1:15. So I got 6 people who finished the plant cell. And 7 people who finished the animal cell. So, I mean, everybody is not done. Got a lot of it. Okay. All right. So I've checked so far, so I'll come back at the end of class to check on the rest. All right, there. Still, I mean, 10 minutes. It's like that. Hold up. Mhm. Really. Okay, folks, there's like 2 minutes left to class. If you have no questions for me, you've turned in everything you need to turn in. We'll see you tomorrow, ready to take that quiz.